Hi, so this week I've picked myself up an extremely cheap drill kit from AliExpress. I've also just recently found that it can be available on Amazon as well, so I'll link them both in the description. But I did only pay just over £11 from AliExpress, so we'll open up and give it a test. So it comes in a nice solid plastic box, comes with some very basic instructions, just a piece of paper, a couple of pictures for you to look at. And then on the back of it, there is a QR code. I imagine this might download more in-depth manual if you need it. And then on the top you can see we've got some attachments. Here's the drill itself. So weight-wise, it feels of good quality. It obviously is very plasticky, but it does feel of a good weight. You've got an adjustment on the top for speed. And it also got 2 batteries with this one. So the battery feels okay. You slide into place, press the trigger, and we've got a charge in it already, which is always good. A light on the bottom so you can see what you're drilling into when you're drilling into dark areas. And then you've got a torque dial on the side. When you've got something hard to drill into, you can torque it right up. So this is the charger. You plug this into the battery, and when I say this is light, I mean it's light. It feels like there's literally nothing in there. And then you've got the battery, and it just plugs into the top, and then you'll just plug it into the wall. So it says it's a 21 volt 1.5 amp battery. Obviously we'll have to take the word for that. Can't really do any further tests on that other than longevity. But with the battery on, it's not a bad weight. It doesn't feel too light, it's not too heavy. It feels just okay. And then we'll have a little look at the attachments that come with it too. So I wasn't really expecting all this, I didn't notice these in the pictures. So this bendy thing is for you to plug in, and you can drill in parts which are on a bit of an angle. You also got a drill bit here for your positive and your flathead. So you've got all these screwdriver bits which are good. You've also got these couple of drill bits as well. I'm not sure whether they're metal or brick. And then you've got these socket sets as well. So these are a bit of a pain to get out. Took me a minute or two to wiggle them out. But they just plug into this bar. So it is quite loose, to be fair. I wouldn't really be saying these are of the best of quality, but you get what you pay for. And then this bar will plug into this part here, and then this will go into the drill itself. So you just pop it in, and then you just tighten the end. So it's a keyless chuck, you don't need any key on it, you just twist it around to the end, tighten it all up. As you can see, I've done it a little bit wobbly there, so I'll just retighten it, loosen it off. And then we've got this part here, so we just tighten the end, and now when you have a little twist, so you'll be able to drill at a different angle. It's a nice extra part to throw in there. Then we've got this, which is a positive and a flathead screwdriver bit. I'm not sure what the difference is to the other ones, but it's another attachment that you get. And then you've got a speed button on the top, which will make it go faster, which we'll put to the test a little bit later. And the dial along the side, this will do the torque. So if you don't want to over torque anything, you put it on the lowest. So the battery just slides on and off with a button on the front. It feels nice and secure, doesn't feel like it's going to come off, and it has got a nice balanced weight. So first impressions, I'm impressed. So we plug it in, you get a red light on the charger itself, and then you just leave it charging. It does change to green after a couple of hours charge, so it does show when the battery's fully charged. So now we're going to put it to the test. So first up, we're just putting the attachment here, and we're going to start off with putting some screws in. So we'll get a Phillips head attachment out, it's all magnetic, and then we'll pop it in, we'll start drilling, and it torques off straight away. So it needs to be on a bit higher, so we'll turn it to the maximum. And then we'll put it in again. And as you can see, it flies in without any issues. Comes out just as quick, so very good. And now the speed change, so you just pop the switch up and you can see there's a much quicker intake on that. Now we'll try the drill bits. So I'm not actually sure what these drill bits are for, so I do try them on brick. They don't really make much of a dent into the brick itself, so I'm not sure whether they're metal or wood. But I've got some decent brick drill bits, so I'm going to give them a try. It's more to give the drill a full test. So as you can see, it's flowing in, it's going in nice and fine. So the drill bits obviously help, but there doesn't seem to be any struggle with the drill itself. It's not slowing down, it's not struggling, it's not giving off any smells, it's doing the job pretty well. So my overall first impressions are really good. It seems of decent quality. You get lots of attachments. The 2 batteries are a bonus. I know with Chinese batteries they don't always last the longest, so it might not be a longevity thing, but for the sake of £11 it was well worth the gamble and I'm very happy with it. I'll be using it for jobs around the house. I'll be using it as an electric drill on a low setting and I'm very impressed. I highly recommend it. I'll have all the links in the description. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.